All right, I've been trying to get organized about what I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna say on the internet today. I have videos I have to publish still from October 23rd, pictures from October 23rd, videos and pictures from October 30th. You know, I mean, I really kind of even just can't. It's pretty upsetting. It's upsetting to have to, you know, first of all, just deal with what I deal with every time I leave my apartment. You know, being in my apartment, of course, is difficult, painful, as you already know. Basically doing anything at all. Basically doing anything at all. I mean, it's pretty extreme what's happening to me. So I kind of wasn't really sure exactly how I was going to talk about things. You know, I don't like this stuff. What I wanted to say is it seems like things are getting somewhat better with you. It seems like, I mean, yeah, this is not okay. This I've already talked about. You know, I mentioned why don't you check it out with that cybercrime unit, find out about those reports that I filed about the fake search results that were created for my name. You know, I mean, you could even check at the police station, I suppose, in Burlington, and ask about that. Ask about the many reports that I filed about what was happening. You know, I also gave them tape recordings of the noise harassment that was happening. You know, but they may have. I don't know if they still have them, because I think that I passed on some of them to other people. But they may have some sort of record of it. But then, you know, I don't want to say anything bad about the Burlington Police Department. But you know, with the way that things are, you kind of, even if you do those things, I don't know who's going to tell you the truth, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, because I've been just like so stigmatized. But I'm telling the truth about this person. I am. And I know the word forward. You know, it's a word. You know, it's not just somebody's last name. But I certainly told the truth about that. I don't appreciate this much. This, I'm feeling like, you know, again, the idea of, like, I don't really want to be controlling. So, you know, if you feel like you have to have it there, I guess, you know, I prefer it like this rather than sort of like, you know, here where the entire picture is showing. You know, but it'd be kind of nice if your staff would stop, like, sort of like playing some kind of power game with me. It seems like maybe they're doing that, because I'm not like trying to take anybody's work away. I'm not trying to, like, sort of be a replacement. You know, I'm not, for lack of a better word, I'm not trying to get hired by you. All I'm saying is, you're the president. You know, I'm the citizen. Somehow you got to hear of me. Somehow I got to be someone that you can, you know, when you decide you're going to pay attention, you can directly hear from me as directly as it is in terms of, like, things I publish on the internet. Somehow I ended up there in life. And so I say, you know, here are things I don't like, and here's these other things that are okay. And, you know, I think there have been times also when you have kind of been feeling more reasonable, and then I get the people who work for you still kind of aren't. You know what I mean? It's like they don't really, they'll like say you'll, like, make some kind of speech, and then, you know, they'll publish it, and then they'll, like, surround it with all this other stuff. You know, that's still conglomerate supportive and that sort of thing. And conglomerate's really seriously about it's just a waste of time. It's extremely destructive. You know, done a lot of harm. And sometimes, even though, like, you know, maybe I should have just been more patient, but I didn't really know what to do, because sometimes I'll be like, okay, well, that's good, that's a good sign, and then I'm sort of expecting other stuff to happen, you know, more quickly too. You know, like, you're like, okay, you're gonna get rid of this guy. You're gonna please get rid of these people? That'd be nice, you know, because there's no reason for it. There's so many seriously qualified people out there, qualified, ethical, diligent, that kind of thing. You know, you don't have to, you know, I mean, it's like, you don't. I'm sure that's something that you can understand. I'm sure it's something that you can understand, right? And as far as this is concerned, the people who are working for your creatives is starting to. It's like I'm feeling like I'm getting a very petulant tone from them, and it's, you know, yeah, she is kind of your fault, though. She is your fault, because you are certainly a standard setter. You know, and you have set a standard that is very low, very unhealthy. You know, a lot of bad things are happening. I will, you know, and this of course is really, I mean, just you just don't need to be doing this stuff. Nobody should be doing it. You can just forget about it. Forget about it. You know, just do other things that are just much more worthwhile, helpful to people, that kind of thing. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this situation when I've been doing searches of this search term. But you know what they've done now? Now they are making them more conglomerate supportive, right? This is kind of the only thing. I mean, they have been very shocking over the past couple weeks, the things that are happening to people. And here's this, and this, they're like, they're trying to, they are actually supporting the conglomerate agenda, right? I mean, that's how they talk about women. Women are supposed to stay, that they're supposed to keep their vaginas fresh for men, that kind of thing. But it's like, hey, it's really truly disgusting. No, it's totally out of control. It should be a protected it is a protected characteristic, gender. It just is. So you just everyone's got to get over it. Yeah, if you think somebody's hygiene, just the general if you think somebody's hygiene isn't good enough for you, you can have a talk with them about it. And if they don't change, or whatever it is that they do to change isn't good enough for you, you can decide how important it is to you, and you can leave. And that's just life. But that's true for all sorts. That's true for all sorts of things. Right? And then there's this. And then there's this, I mean, they're totally just being, they're now, here they are, not dealing with it, and in fact, showing signs of support for the conglomerate agenda, even in the midst of this. Yes, you are responsible. You are responsible. You are responsible for this, right? I mean, are you entirely responsible for every bad thing the entertainment industry has ever done, or the bad ways in which it has influenced people? No, but you certainly, set a standard that made a lot of things worse. Over the past few years, and not just the entertainment industry, but all around the world. You deliberately did that. You did. You did, and there's no reason for it, and it's seriously bad. And you should just stop. Just what? There's no point. There's no reason for any of this stuff. And the Plan B thing has to be reversed. That entire thing, that entire situation. It doesn't stop doing things that don't make any sense. You are certainly free to do things like read, go to YouTube, or go to a more reliable source and like read about women's studies, listen to videos about women's studies, and try to find the most intelligent ones. Try to find the ones that have like a lot of historical fact. Try to have the ones with people who are reasonable and have a sense of humor and have some life experience. And read about kids. They really can't speak up for themselves the way that adults can. So even though some of the stuff with women seems to be not as terrible in terms of the acceleration of just what women are willing to do in terms of the conglomerate agenda, the stuff with kids seems to be really kind of lingering. And I wish you would just put a stop to it. There's no reason for any of this stuff. There's no reason for it.